All right, let's get right into it. Today, we are cracking open one of the most shocking and, frankly, cynical deals in all of history, the pact between Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union. And we're going to explore it through a really unique lens, a screenplay that basically puts us in the room as it all goes down.
You know, the source we're using for this explainer just nails the tone from the get-go. It calls the pact the agreement between Satan and Lucifer. I mean, wow, that tells you everything, right? This isn't just politics. It's a deal between two absolute monsters, and it's about to set the entire world on fire.
So, to really understand how this happened, you have to put yourself in Berlin during the summer of 1939. Hitler's got this grand plan, but he's also backed into a corner, and the clock is ticking. You see, at the heart of it all, Hitler was obsessed with Great Britain. He truly believed they should be allies, these two great powers. But his foreign minister, Ribbentrop, has the lovely job of telling him, boss, they don't see it that way. In fact, they can't stand you. And that rejection puts Germany in a really tight spot. England and France, they're sticking together. Hitler knows from World War I that fighting a war on two fronts is basically a suicide mission. But he is dead set on invading Poland. And to do that, he needs oil, grain, all sorts of stuff from, you guessed it, the Soviet Union. He's completely boxed in. And this is where the conversation takes a wild turn. Ribbentrop floats this idea that is just completely insane on the surface. He says they have to do the unthinkable, make a deal with their number one ideological enemy, the communists in Russia. It's pure, cold-blooded strategy. So you might be asking, how on earth could they tempt Stalin? Well, Britain could offer some vague promises of security, maybe. But Germany could offer something Stalin really wanted, something tangible. They could offer him pieces of other people's countries. And this wasn't just some casual brainstorming session. Oh no, Hitler had a hard deadline. He tells Ribbentrop straight up, the invasion of Poland is happening on August 26th, no matter what. So this deal with the Soviets, it has to happen like now. Now, let's jump over to Moscow, because here's the crazy part. At the exact same moment, Stalin and his top guys are having an almost identical conversation, driven by that same cold, paranoid logic. See, Stalin is absolutely convinced that the British and French are playing him for a fool. He thinks their negotiations are just a stall tactic, a way to trick Germany into attacking the Soviet Union so they can sit back and watch the two dictatorships destroy each other. After they just gave away Czechoslovakia at Munich, he trusts them about as far as he can throw them. He knows he's probably next on Hitler's list. And there it is. It's like an echo of Berlin. Stalin comes to the exact same mind-blowing conclusion. If the West won't make a real alliance with you, well, maybe the devil you know is better than the devil who's ignoring you. This is just incredible. The screenplay highlights how both sides, completely independently, use the exact same metaphor to describe what's happening. They both see it as a game of musical chairs. And both of them are absolutely determined not to be the one left without a seat when the music stops and the shooting starts. And then, boom, theory becomes reality. A telegram shows up at the Kremlin. And it's not from some low-level diplomat. It's signed by Adolf Hitler himself. He wants to send Ribbentrop to Moscow immediately. The game is officially on. So, now we go inside the Kremlin. We're about to witness the meeting that will literally carve up Eastern Europe and decide the fate of millions. Stalin doesn't waste any time with pleasantries. No small talk. He sets the tone right away. He knows exactly why Ribbentrop is there, and he is ready to get down to business. This is going to be a cold, hard transaction, plain and simple. And here it is, the heart of the deal, laid out in a secret document. I mean, look at this. It's basically a mob boss's agreement. They literally just draw lines on a map. Poland gets sliced in two. Finland, Estonia, Latvia, and a chunk of Romania all get handed over to Stalin. That's the price for Soviet neutrality. But Stalin isn't just going to take the first offer. He's a master haggler. He pushes back. He wants more. He tells Ribbentrop, no, the Baltic states, they have to be all ours. He can smell the Germans' desperation, and he uses it to his full advantage. This forces Ribbentrop to make this super tense phone call back to Hitler's mountain retreat. He wants Latvia too. What do? And with that invasion deadline breathing down his neck, Hitler's answer is instant.
give it to him. Authorized. Just like that, the deal is done. So, the pact is signed. Toasts are made. But this deal was never just about lines on a map. With the ink barely dry, the truly monstrous nature of this new friendship starts to show.
I mean, this quote from Stalin says it all, doesn't it? There's zero trust here. It is 100% mutual deception. Both men think they're the smart one, the one playing the other for a fool, just buying themselves time before they inevitably turn on each other.
And this deception leads to one of the ugliest parts of the whole agreement. As a little goodwill gesture, Ribbentrop asks Stalin to hand over German communists who had fled to the Soviet Union to escape the Nazis. And Stalin just agrees, basically saying, good riddance. He prepares to send hundreds of people, many of whom were Jewish, right back into the hands of the Gestapo. And this isn't just an abstract number. This had a real, terrifying human cost. Take this story of Margaret Buber-Neumann. It's just unbelievable. She was a German communist who survived the horrors of a Soviet gulag, only for Stalin to hand her directly over to the SS, where she then had to survive a Nazi concentration camp. Her story just perfectly captures the absolute moral vacuum at the center of this pact. What's so amazing about all this is the way we can know these details. It's not just a dry history lesson. It's presented as a gripping, character-driven drama. So this is the really cool part. Everything we've talked about, the tense dialogue, the secret deals, the chilling quotes, it all comes directly from the scenes in Lázaro Droznes' book. Because it's written as a screenplay, it doesn't just tell you what happened. It drops you right into the middle of the action, right there in the room with these men as they decide the fate of the world. It just brings history to life in a way that a normal textbook can't. It makes you feel the tension, the paranoia, the sheer audacity of it all. It's a powerful reminder that huge historical events come down to a few people making choices in a room. And if you want to experience that full dramatic story for yourself, we've put the link to buy the screenplay Hitler via Stalin right in the description for you. It is an absolutely unforgettable read.